Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And in less than 10 minutes, yeah, I promised myself, I'm going to tell you about a world's first. And this is really interesting that the old banking world is bridging to the new digital asset world. And it's a huge change. I think you're going to really enjoy hearing about it. And then a shocking statement from a Ripple board member. Yes. And Japan's central bank, they are going to start testing a CBDC in the next 6 weeks. And David Schwartz, the Ripple CTO, talks about the connection that Ripple has with Flare, the network that is going to very soon in Q2 airdrop the Spark token. First, in Japan, we're in the middle of a 3-day event. It's a Fintech summit. It is called FinSum. Look at the lineup of speakers that are rubbing shoulders virtually. We have the former Prime Minister Taro Aso on the far left, followed by the Bank of Japan Governor, Mr. Kuroda, and then you recognize the CEO of SBI, and he's also on the Ripple board. That's Yoshitaka Kitao. And then the CFO of NEC is also a member of the Sumitomo Group. And the reason why that's important is because they are using the digital asset XRP right now for their remittances. So they were speakers. And I just want to tell you that according to the Bank of Japan, the governor in his speech said that the central bank here will plan to begin their test this spring. So that brings us sometime between now and the end of April. And he publicly said that financial institutions and the private service fintechs have the potential to maximize the benefits of digitization. I really am glad to see that Japan continues to lead in this space. His full speech has been uploaded on the Bank of International Settlements website, and Japan wants to take the position of being prepared in the demonstration experiment, and that is their first step. And while some of the opening panels talked about how regional banks will add value, which I find very funny because, yeah, it's a digital landscape that they're really trying to continue to make sure that the regional banks have a role to play. And this is from the director of the Regional Financial Planning Office of the FSA, which is like our SEC. And they understand this is happening all so fast. And he used the example of a digitized loan procedure. But Mr. Kitao, who is on the Ripple board, oh my gosh, he just throws some lightning bolts out there. He said that the rise of DeFi, decentralized finance, could lead to the realization of decentralized financial services and a world that does not require financial institutions. You know that that is quite the statement in the group of speakers and the audience. Yeah, he has said himself, he just tells it straight. When he talked about just 2 weeks ago that he was going to leave Hong Kong because he didn't think it was a good place to do business anymore, he said that my counterparts around me don't have the guts to say it. They think it, they're probably talking about it in closed circles, but he says that they are not confident enough to say it. He is just, I'll tell you, he is a handful. Okay, I am specifically now going to talk about Flare Networks because David Schwartz was talking to Tony today. He has the channel Thinking Crypto, and it was a very engaging conversation. It lasted for well over an hour. There was lots of things to talk about, which I hope I can pull something else out of another video that I do plan on making today that follows this. It's totally separate in its theme, so that's why I'm breaking it up. But here we have David talking about the connection between Flare and Ripple. I want you to hear what he says because it's very interesting.
Got it. And some folks have asked, what's the relationship between Ripple and Flare, or completely separate entities? Flare is doing their own thing, or are you guys helping build anything with them?
So before Ripple X, we had this thing called Spring with an X, and we invested in the Flare team, and we love what they're doing, but they're not. Just to be clear, like we don't tell them what to do, and they're not in some sense like committed to. I mean, they're committed to the XRP ledger from their own commitment, but we haven't like sworn them to loyalty in any way. Like they're going to build on technologies that they think are best, and this is something that we discovered at Spring, which is like if we go to a company and we say we're going to invest in you, but you have to do this thing like for us, like you have to build on the XRP ledger exclusively. Let's say, like. It's hard enough to build a successful cryptocurrency project. Like if they have to do things just to make us happy, like that's like having one hand tied behind their back. That's just like asking these projects to fail. So what we're trying to do is like prevent people from being locked in. Like don't build on one platform and then lock people into that platform, even if that platform, if you built on Ethereum when fees were low and you completely lock people into Ethereum now that fees are high, you're like, oh, that sucks. Like, why did we lock people into a platform that doesn't meet our requirements now? We want people to keep things open so that their users get the best experience, and so that they can, so that like technologies that we like don't get shut out. And so that's kind of our relationship with Flare. We're not, we just want them to build on the technologies that are the best and that provide the best experience for the users. They're a great team, and I'm pretty confident that they're going to build something amazing.
Yeah, so they're a great team, and I'm pretty confident that they're going to build something amazing. I am so looking forward to it. All right, moving just right along here because we're going to do it in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to show you that Sygnum Bank, a Singapore Swiss digital bank that trades and custodies XRP for institutional investors, had a huge announcement today. They are the first regulated bank to launch a yield on its own issued stablecoin. This is huge, everyone. This is huge. This is a digital asset alternative to fiat, a programmable financial tool. I knew this kind of tool was going to come, but the fact that it was done with Sygnum really pleases me because Mr. Kitao invested an 8-digit amount into this crypto bank exactly 1 month ago. Now, if you look at 8 digits in the US dollar amount, that means that he had to bring to the table at least 10 million US dollars. So this is one of the few big investments that he said was coming. There's 2 more. I guessed this one. I actually guessed it the day before it happened. And now I think that the other announcement, and we'll see if I'm right, he's going to have an investment play in the big mining company that's down in Rockdale, Texas. We'll see. We'll see how good I am. Now, the FinSum continues for the rest of today and tomorrow. If there's anything interesting that evolves from this summit, I'll be sure to cover that for you in the video tomorrow. All right, everybody, look at that. Did it in 8 minutes and 44 seconds. If you want to hang around with me, I'm going to do a little bit of fluff. And first, I can't wait. The Embassy of Ireland in Japan is going to premiere this virtual St. Patrick's Day event. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of good music. It starts in 70 minutes. I want to try to catch it. It's already St. Patrick's Day here because we're a little ahead of the West, but I think it's going to be very, very fun because there is a pretty vibrant Irish community here, and if you went to Shibuya today, you would have seen this young group. Look at that. They hauled a harp all the way to Shibuya. They were out celebrating, playing music in Shibuya. This is the west exit. It's called the Hachiko exit. And yeah, I'm telling you, if you are coming to Tokyo, we will probably have a peek at something in this neighborhood because it's my favorite part of the city. And in 1964, when the Olympics took place here in Sapporo, which is the island up north, the Irish government did a collaboration with Japan's mayor up there, Sasaki-san, and they planted a lot of Irish lodgepole pines. And now that whole planting is a beautiful forest. And there's a lot of talk about that with the coming Olympics again. And of course, the St. Patrick's Day. And so many places in Japan. This is Chiba, but I saw Osaka. I saw Tokyo. I saw, what else did I see? I saw Yokohama. A lot of people are, you know, turning their buildings that they can turn green. It's all in green today. That is really fun. So this is Chiba, and I did discover, I had seen it a while ago when the international competition was underway, but there was a competition that ended this last summer in September, and it was to build the new Ireland House in Tokyo. It's going to serve as the heartbeat for the Irish community, and it will also serve as the embassy. And it's a gorgeous design. Look at it. Look at it. I just love it. And really unbelievable from the view above. Look at all the green lawns in the outside balconies. And you can even see they've put a harp here on the front of the building. I think it's going to be really a spectacular facility. And then I know this isn't Japan, but in looking for what was being turned green around the world, I think the Sydney Opera House wins my vote for being the coolest building to be transformed into the green color of celebration for St. Patrick's Day. All right, everybody. Yes, do take care, and sayonara for now. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm going to do my best to get that second video out, but no promises, because of that event in the embassy with St. Patrick's Day celebration, that's a virtual event. If it's good, I don't know. I might not be able to get it done. All right, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.